Hi everyone, my name is Aoife Mathews and I look after full degree admissions here at the University of Limerick. So I'm going to give you a quick overview on Ireland first as a country, and then we'll go into more detail on what the University of Limerick has to offer you. So Ireland is located next to the UK in Europe, with a population of almost 5 million people, but Irish people are spread out around the globe, with over 70 million people calling it home. And Limerick is located in the mid-west of Ireland. It's the third largest city in Ireland, with very closely connected to Shannon International Airport. And we're an English-speaking country as well, as you probably know. So Ireland was listed as the top 10 country to grow up in by UNICEF. It was also named the best country in the world to do business, and it continues to be an extremely attractive destination for foreign direct investment, with companies like Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline, many ICT companies such as IBM and Analog Devices have located their European headquarters here. Ireland was also voted the 6th safest country in the world to live in, and is also known as Ireland of the Welcomes. It's a very friendly and safe, welcoming country, and Ireland is ranked the world top 10 in the higher education system. It's a global #1 for the adaptability of our workforce. So Ireland has an excellent education system with a very skilled workforce, and that would be one of the reasons why it's a very attractive destination to multinational companies. It also boasts the youngest workforce in the EU and top 20 globally for the quality of scientific research in Ireland. So there are currently over 1,000 overseas companies who choose Ireland as their European home, thanks to our excellent infrastructure, our skilled labour force, and our low corporation tax. So 8 of the top 10 globally ICT firms, 9 of the top 10 pharma firms, including Pfizer and GlaxoSmithKline, 10 of our largest online companies such as Google, Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter, over 250 global financial institutions and leading clean technology companies also. Ireland is also known for our heritage, our culture and our music, and this has reached around the world. Ireland has a beautiful, unspoiled, green coastal landscape. We welcomed over 8 million visitors in 2014. Limerick is located on the Wild Atlantic Way, which is a beautiful coastal driving route, and is very popular always with our tourists each year. Ireland would also be known for our Irish dancing, our music and our storytelling. So the University of Limerick is a dynamic and a young university which was established as an institute of higher education in 1979 and received university status in 1989. So why choose the University of Limerick? Each year we welcome students from over 95 countries, and there are currently 14,000 students studying at UL. This would include approximately 11,000 undergraduate students and over 3,000 postgraduate students. UL is really close to Limerick City, so it's about a 5-minute bus journey, and it's about 20 kilometres from Shannon International Airport, so it's really well located in Ireland. About 13.5% of our population is international students. The University of Limerick is a multidisciplinary institution with over 70 undergraduate programs across our 4 faculties and over 90 postgraduate programs. It was ranked 5 stars by QS World University Rankings for employability, facilities, teaching, innovation, engagement, and internationalization. And the university also runs the largest Erasmus program in Ireland. So I mentioned that UL is a multidisciplinary institution, and our 4 faculties are the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, Education and Health Sciences, the Chemie Business School, and the Faculty of Science and Engineering. Some examples of our programs would include the BSc in Equine Science, the B-Eng and the M-Eng in Aeronautical Engineering, Computer Games Development, the BSc in Aircraft Maintenance and Airworthiness Engineering, which we run in conjunction with Lufthansa in Shannon Airport, the MSc in Interactive Media, Software Engineering. We also have very specialised ECE programs such as Information and Network Security, VLSI systems, Computer and Communication Systems, Financial Services, Project Management, and International Entrepreneurship Management, to name but a few. So what do our students say? The university was recently ranked #1 for the best student experience and the best overall living experience, and also the best student support in Ireland. The university also has an excellent employment record. Over 90% of our graduates are either employed or in further study, and the university would have very close links to industry, both in Ireland and also globally. All of our graduates, once they complete their degree or their master's course, are entitled to work in Ireland for 1 full year as part of the third level graduate scheme here in Ireland. The university also runs one of the largest work placement programs in Europe currently, and our cooperative education program is offered across all of our undergraduate courses. So the university has welcomed over 300 Indian students to our campus over the last 4 years. This year we have approximately 120 students from India studying at UL, mainly on our master's programs, but we also have students in research and also on our undergraduate programs. One example of this would be Santosh Kumar from Bangalore. Santosh came to UL with a BTEC in Electronics and Communications, and he graduated with a Master of Engineering in Computer and Communication Systems in 2013. And he's currently working as a software engineer for IBM in Dublin. Some of our other Indian students have given us feedback on how they found their experience. For example, there's a real friendly atmosphere and a helping hand from all sides, very supportive staff, a new way of learning and a complete new atmosphere. They thought of almost everything to help us. It was the best decision I ever made. And one of the best ways for you to find out what it's like for a student here would be to go onto our social media pages, Facebook and Twitter, and to speak to the students from India and from around the world that are currently studying at UL. So I mentioned briefly the Cooperative Education Placement Programme. This is our work placement programme, which we run across all of our undergraduate programs, and is currently the largest work placement program in Europe. It runs for 6 to 8 months, and over 700 employers visit the UL campus every year to recruit our students. The programs are broken down into lectures and tutorials, so you'll have large lectures and then smaller tutorial classes with smaller groups so that you can revise what was covered in your lecture. We also have excellent facilities in laboratories in science and computing. The Chemie Business School is internationally accredited. For example, it has a Bloomberg certification in credit and also runs a professional development module in career planning, interview skills, and networking. The Chemie Business School also offers international study trips in some of its master's programs. For example, our students on the ME International Tourism course undertake placement in Cuba each year for 2 to 3 weeks to work in their hospitality industry. There are scholarships available for our international students at the University of Limerick. Across all of our postgraduate programs in the Faculty of Science and Engineering, we have 50% scholarships available for our students, and these scholarships are based on academic merit. You don't need to apply separately for the scholarship. You simply apply for the program you're interested in, and we will automatically vet you for scholarship once your application is received. In the Chemie Business School, there are bursaries available with a €1,500 discount on tuition fees, and there are also 50% discount scholarships in KPS, which are available only to Indian applicants at the moment, and they are for the postgraduate programs in the Chemie Business School. There are also bursaries available in the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences of up to €2,000 reduction on your tuition fees. And again, all of these scholarships are based on academic merit, and you will be automatically assessed if you apply for any of those scholarship programs. So we make it as easy as possible for you. The entry requirements for India: currently for undergraduate students, you need an average grade of 70% or above in your standard 10th and 12th examinations, which must include English and mathematics up to standard 12th, and also another language. Further subject requirements may apply for specific courses, and you can take a look at those requirements online on our website, which is ul.ie/international, or also the online prospectus available on the international website. For our postgraduate students, you must hold an honours bachelor degree from a recognised university with a first-class award, and your degree is normally required to be in the cognate area that you are applying to. So, for example, you would need a strong degree in ECE if you're applying to VLSI systems, for example. You must also meet our English language requirements, both for your study visa to Ireland and also for your course. Our acceptable English language requirements include the IELTS with a score of 6.5 and no less than 6 in any component. We also accept TOEFL with a score of 90 or above in the internet-based test. We also have a language centre here on campus, so if you would prefer to come here to study English for 2 to 3 months during the summer prior to enrolling on your course, we would also accept that English language course instead of IELTS or TOEFL, for example. And that's a great way for you to get acclimatized to the campus and used to the way of life here before you start your master's or your degree course in September. And further information on all of this again is on our website, which is ul.ie/international. The university is also extremely strong both in research and academic areas, with a number of internationally recognised research centres such as LERO, which is the Irish Software Engineering Research Institute, Stokes Research Institute, and the Materials and Surface Science Institute, and also the Institute for the Study of Knowledge in Society. Our research strengths include information communication technologies, materials and surface sciences, bioengineering and biosciences, applied mathematics, and the study of knowledge in society. Here at the International Office, you'll find a number of student supports in place for you. There are skilled staff looking after our full degree students and also our exchange students. We will provide you with lots of pre-arrival information prior to you arriving in Ireland, so that you have as much information as you need before you get here. We offer an airport pickup to those of you who will come into Shannon or Dublin Airport. We will arrange to pick you up and meet you at the airport for free. We have an extensive orientation program, which will include your own orientation day, and then you will also attend your class orientation with the rest of your class in your program, where you meet your course leader. We'll also organise a number of field trips throughout the academic year, such as cultural field trips to tourist destinations in Ireland, and also sporting events and activities. We also celebrate many of the important occasions for our international students, such as Chinese New Year, Diwali, Thanksgiving, and many other events. The University of Limerick is a campus-based university with more on-campus accommodation than any other university in Ireland, and this includes 6 purpose-built student villages with a capacity of over 2,500 students on campus. There is also 24-hour campus security, so it's a very friendly, safe and welcoming campus. And UL is also one of the world's top green universities, with large expansive areas of greenery. And also the River Shannon, which is the largest river in Ireland, runs through the campus, so it's really beautiful. So this is just some pictures of our student accommodation available on campus. Okay, including Plassey Village, Kilmarnock Village, which are houses in which you have your own room, and then you share the house with either 4, 6, or 8 other students. There are also apartments available for rent in which you have your own private ensuite bedroom, and you share the apartment with either 2, 4, or 6 other students, depending on the size that you choose. All of your accommodation for on-campus can be booked online, and if you are offered a place, we will send all of the information that you need with your pre-arrival handbook and your offer letter. The university is also known as Ireland's sporting campus, and our sports facilities are second to none. There's a 50-metre swimming pool available on campus. It's also home to Ireland's largest all-weather floodlit park, the National Strength and Conditioning Centre, the UL Sports Arena, which is one of the largest sports and events facilities in Ireland. And there are also over 70 clubs and societies on campus, and we encourage our students to join as many of those clubs and societies as possible so that you can make lots of friends and really integrate yourself into the campus community. Some of those societies would include the International Society, the Music Society, the Aeronautical Engineering Society, and lots of different sports clubs as well. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. I'll now take any questions that you may have, and I look forward to welcoming lots of you on campus this September. Thank you very much. Okay, so
was a really nice presentation,
and that we've been posting during the presentation. Okay, so we don't have any master's courses in anatomy, I'm afraid. The only course we would have broadly related is the Graduate Entry Bachelor of Medicine course, which is a graduate entry degree course in medicine. So you need an honours degree in order to apply for that course. Okay. So the next question is about a master's in pharmaceutical, and I'm afraid we don't have any master's courses in pharmacy. Most of our health sciences courses will be in psychology or physiotherapy or occupational therapy or speech and language. And then our science and engineering masters are mainly related to ICT and engineering. So the entry requirements for our master's programs is a first class degree, an honours bachelor degree from a recognised university with a first class award. So that's the minimum requirement for entry to UL. Okay. So the IELTS score for entry to the university is a score of 6.5 with no less than 6 in any component. And as I said, if you wish to come here earlier and you don't have those IELTS scores, you could look at enrolling at the UL Language Centre, completing one of our recognised English language courses there, which we also accept instead of IELTS. The MSc in Interactive Media, yeah, it does cover animation and visual effects. It's a very specialised course in that domain and in graphic design. I would encourage you to go onto the course webpage on the online prospectus to look at that course in more detail and also speak to the course leader. So if you go to the course website on the online prospectus, you'll see the course leader's details there. He'll be able to give you much more detailed information on that course, and he'll also be able to put you in touch with current students that are currently studying on that course this year. Okay, so if you're interested in pursuing a PhD, I covered some of our research areas today during my presentation. You need to contact the graduate school, so you'll need to identify your research area, have a look at the departments available in that area at the university, and identify your supervisor. If you contact the graduate school in relation to that, they'll be able to give you more information. Okay. So the next question is, So yeah, Ireland is an excellent destination for ICT, with many multinational companies locating here in Ireland, such as IBM, Analog Devices, and Dell. So as a result of that, UL in particular has a number of extremely specialised ECE and IT programs, including software engineering, VLSI systems, computer and communication systems. Most of these courses are one-year master's courses running from September to September, but if you prefer, we also do have a number of options in two-year programs, which would include your first year being the taught element of your course, and the second year is when you undertake your research thesis or your project. Okay, so the scholarships are based on academic merit. Just to give you an idea, if you're applying for a master's course in ECE here at UL and you're looking for a scholarship, we would be looking at grades of an average of 70% or above in your bachelor's degree for scholarship consideration. If you are to receive a scholarship, you'll receive your scholarship notification at the exact same time as your offer. Our general deadline is the 1st of July for application. So I would encourage you to get your applications in as early as possible, and then you would expect to receive your decision within 5 to 8 working days after applying. So we do have courses in hospitality. The MA in International Tourism course is available in that area, and it includes a 2 to 3 week internship in the hospitality industry in Cuba. So definitely take a look at that program on the online prospectus. Okay, we don't have any master's courses available in nutrition and dietetics, I'm afraid. Okay. So if you would like to look at information on funding for PhD programs, please go onto the research website on the university, and they'll list the number of the areas in which there's funding currently available. So in regards to waiving your IELTS requirement, somebody has said here that they have their IELTS in 2002, and they also had 16 years of English medium education. I would need to look at your file completely, so what you would need to do is apply for the program that you're interested in, include your IELTS and all of the documentation in support of that, and then we could look at your application and make a decision then. Okay, so in regards to getting admission for an IELTS of 6, I'm afraid that's not possible. The minimum is 6.5. However, you might want to consider, with that current score, enrolling on an English language course at the Language Centre for 2 to 3 months during the summer, which will bring you up to the required English language level, and it will also mean that you won't need to do IELTS again. We don't have an MSc in cloud computing. However, many of our other IT courses will look at that. For example, the software engineering course does cover some of that area, so it's worth looking into the courses that we have listed on the online prospectus. In regards to applying without your passport and providing it later, I would encourage you to get your passport first, and also to get it as soon as possible, because you'll obviously need to give yourself at least 2 to 3 months for the visa approval process. So I would advise you to get your passport organised as soon as possible and to apply. And you have until the 1st of July to apply to the university, so you still have lots of time. Okay, so how to apply? That's a very good question. If you look at the website ul.ie/international, you'll see a how to apply section for undergraduate and postgraduate students. So postgraduate students apply online through the online postgraduate prospectus. So if you go into the postgraduate prospectus, click on any course you're interested in, you'll see the apply now button, and you simply click on that button and create your application application. You'll also be required to upload all of your academic documentation with your online application. An application fee of €35 applies, and once your application is received, we process it very, very quickly, and you should expect to receive a decision within 5 to 8 working days. Undergraduate applicants can download the PDF application form from our international website. So again, that's ul.ie/international. You go into the How to Apply section and download the PDF form. You simply complete that form and email it in to us along with all of your academic documentation, and the email is international@ul.ie. If you would prefer to receive application information by email and more web links, we would be happy to provide that. And the email to contact is international@ul.ie. Okay, so Neha, in answer to your question, you have a gap of 2 years after graduation. You're wondering if you'll get an offer and visa in Ireland if you apply for an MBA. Our MBA course, unfortunately, is only part-time. It's a corporate course, so it wouldn't be available to you. You need to apply for a full-time program at the university in order to be considered. However, many of our master's programs in Kenny would be quite similar to the MBA course, so you might want to look at the other courses available, such as the Masters in International Entrepreneurship Management, the Masters of International Management in Global Business, and also Project Management. So look at those courses as possible alternatives to that MBA route. The gap in your education is not a problem. So we don't have an MBA in hospital management, however we do have a Masters in International Tourism, which would be very specialised in that area, so definitely take a look at that course. So stay-back options after you graduate. You are entitled to remain in Ireland for 12 months to work full-time in your area of study. So that's 12 months after graduation, okay? And then hopefully if you are working in your area of study, many of our students have been able to secure a work permit so that they can stay in the country and work in their area for several years. So in terms of PhD opportunities, yes, you do need to approach the potential supervisors, identify your research area and whether or not they would be willing to support your research proposal. You then submit your proposal to the graduate school. Okay, so in terms of job assistance after completion of the course. Firstly, because our courses are very industry focused with very close links to industry, as well as our cooperative education placement program, most of the course leaders in our courses will have a list of companies that employ their graduates each year, and you will have access to that list and those contacts so that you can approach those companies while you're studying and hopefully secure work by the time you've graduated. There's also a careers service here on campus, a careers division, and they are here to support you and guide you in that area so that you can apply for lots of different companies and receive assistance in compiling your CV while you're here on campus. Furthermore, there's always a postgraduate careers fair that takes place on campus every year. So all of the companies in Ireland and around the world will attend that careers fair, and you can meet with them and look at the opportunities available to you both in Ireland and around the world. So the immigration process after your course, you are entitled to apply for and will be eligible to apply for the third level graduate scheme, and this will give you a 12-month working visa. The only requirement for that scheme is that you complete your course. Okay, so we don't have anything in the field of cardiology, I'm afraid. Okay, so we do have scholarships available in the Master of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering course. It's a 50% reduction on tuition fees, and it's based on academic merit. So you would need to be presenting scores of 70% or above in your bachelor degree, and your degree would need to be in a very specialised area in mechanical engineering with very few fail grades throughout your degree. Okay, so the type of documents required for applications. What I would like to see you submitting for postgraduate programs would be your mark sheets showing your grades for each semester of study during your bachelor degree. If you have completed your degree, then I also want to see your bachelor degree award certificate or your provisional certificate, any IELTS or English language examinations you have taken to date. If you have work experience in the area, I'd also like to see work-related references. I would also encourage you to give at least a one-page supporting statement outlining your interest in the program. That's always very helpful. And also a copy of your passport. So those would be the most important documents when you're applying to the university. Okay, so again, that person who is looking for information on how to apply for the Masters in Mechanical Engineering, you simply go on to the postgraduate prospectus on the UL website, choose the Mechanical Engineering course, and you'll see the Apply Now button. If you click on that button, you'll be asked to give your first preference, and you can also include a second preference program with your application. And once you've submitted your application and paid the application fee, we will then process it and get back to you with a decision. Okay, so the fees for master's programs range, they're all quite similar really, from about 12 to 12,500 euros per year. So again, unfortunately, our MBA program is part-time and not available. However, we do have a number of full-time master degree courses in the Chemie Business School that you should definitely look at, including International Management and Global Business, the MSc in Project Management, the MSc in Marketing, Consumption and Society, and a Master's in International Entrepreneurship Management. We also have very specialised courses in finance, such as the MSc in Financial Services and in Computational Finance. Okay. So yeah, in regards to working during your studies, you are allowed to work part-time for 20 hours per week during the academic year. So the academic year here runs from September, for a master's student from September to September. So your first semester is September to December. You'll have exams in December, and then your second semester will run from the end of January to May, and you'll have exams in May. You'll then undertake your thesis or your project work during the summer, and you submit that at the end of September. So our semesters for our master's students are 3 semesters really. You have your first semester again from September to December, your second semester from the end of January to May, and then the summer semester until the end of September for when you submit your thesis. So you can work part-time during the academic year, and you can work full-time during vacation. So in regards to your degree in English language, you would still be required to meet our English language requirements and submit either, for example, an IELTS or TOEFL examination. Okay. So I'm afraid at the university we don't have a Bachelor of Pharmacy course. If you'd like to take a full look at the over 70 undergraduate courses available at UL, we do have one in pharmaceutical and industrial chemistry that you might be interested in looking at. And the prospectus for undergraduate programs can be accessed on the UL website. So it's simply ul.ie/courses. Okay, we do, in regards to PR, we have a BA in New Media and English, and also a BA in Journalism and New Media. All of our degree courses are 4 years, and most of them will include work placement in year 3 in your area of study. So definitely take a look at those courses. And again, as I've mentioned, you can apply for those courses and have a look at them on the online prospectus, which is ul.ie/courses. Okay, so that's the end of our presentation today. Thank you all for taking the time to look at my presentation and ask your questions. We're available to give you more information on our website and also at our email address, which is international@ul.ie. Thank you very much.
And thanks for answering all the queries. So, your time. So, and all the candidates and students, if there might be 1 or 2 questions that might have missed in today's webinar. In that case, please write your queries to us at connect@MeetUniversity.com. We can also give us a call. We'll be happy to help you out. Okay, I hope you have a good time. Thank you, and we'll catch up again next time. Bye.